Here we are, folks. It's Pepe with Pepe's Plants out in the yard here looking at the cacao trees that are in ground. We had this morning 38 degrees in Davie, Florida. It's January 15th, 2023. And these scions here hopefully will be okay. They already got hit with one pretty good snap of cold. About, I think they hit 38, maybe a little slightly higher, maybe 39, 40. But this morning we had 38 degrees, and I'm hoping that these scions will be okay. Got one there. This is from USDA, and there's another one from USDA right here. Like I said, I hope the cold weather and the fact that I did nothing to protect these trees, except keep them sheltered where they are with a little bit of wind protection on the left and a carambola tree right here and a moringa tree right next to it that gives it a little bit of shade, but it's pretty bright actually in this area. And I opened up this canopy so I get more sunlight than what they're usually getting, and hopefully that'll help to keep them kind of warm to some degree. If you look over here, you're going to see a couple of pods. Got a pod on this guy, got a pod developing here, and I think I have a couple more back here. You can see another pod back there. When the pods really start to get hit with the cold, for some reason what I've noticed is smaller pods are the first ones to suffer. Like if you look over here, you'll see those small pods right there. They were nice and green yesterday, and they just turned yellow overnight. So larger pods seem to fare much, much better. What could I have done different? Well, I could have put a huge tent over everything, but that's getting to become more and more difficult. These trees are easily approaching, and one side here is almost 9 feet. The other side's probably right above me. It's probably closer to maybe getting close to 9.5, 10 feet. So, how do you protect this? You have to put a huge teepee over it, or you have to build a greenhouse around it. For those few times a year, down here in South Florida, I'm in Broward County, which is Davie, is my town, Davie. And I've had 38, 37, even one time 36, and they seem to have survived fine. They get beat up pretty bad, but they seem to survive. So God forbid one day it gets lower than that, 34, 32. Well, it might be bye-bye cacao tree, and I don't want that to happen, so I guess I'll just keep my fingers crossed and keep praying. So again, there's the cacao pods, and I'm going to walk over and I'm going to show you guys the 25-gallon one that you've often seen on my videos. I'll show you the 25-gallon one. Let's walk over there and take a look. The place is a mess. A lot of trees did come inside. I brought in a bunch of soursop trees because last cold snap about, 3-4 weeks ago, I think it was 3 weeks ago, we get another cold snap. That cold snap really beat up those soursop trees. So there's no soursop trees out here. They all got moved into the garage. They were just coming back. They're starting to get a little bit of new growth, new leaves, and then I get this cold snap. So here's the 25-gallon tree. You've seen this tree a couple times on our videos, and you can see it's loaded with pods. And last time I did a video on this exact tree, which I think was about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever that cold snap that came through here. And I mentioned that the small pods seem to suffer the most from the cold snap. But now that I'm looking at this tree, it's kind of weird, right? Look at this tree. See that little pod right there? That little one? Let's see if I can... That pod's fine. It didn't turn yellow. These bigger pods obviously are doing good. Everybody's actually doing pretty good here. They're all doing good. Lots of pods. Leaves on the tree are beat up. Like I said, second time they get hit with the cold. The thing I think helps this tree and helps these pods a lot also is the fact that I have that concrete wall. That concrete wall picks up a good amount of heat, and I think it helps to radiate the heat back. I think being in the container also, and having good moist soil prior to the cold snap coming in also helps. So this soil was pretty moist, but again, the tree was not covered, and the pods are doing good. And I hope we don't get any more cold snaps, because certainly not good for these trees. So there you go. That's a 25-gallon cacao tree. And we have a bunch. Actually, I brought a bunch of small ones in the house because they were grafted and I didn't want to take any chances. When I say a bunch, I'm talking about a handful. I made probably a couple of small 1 gallons and 2 or 3 3-gallons, and I think 2 or 3 that were in 7 and 15 gallons. So those came in the house. Like I said, they want to take a chance. But in a couple of days, I guess will be the big test. We'll see how these pods look in a couple of days after having been exposed to that cold weather. All right, everybody, once again, thanks for watching the video. And stay warm wherever you might be that it's cold. I'm an old New Yorker, and let me tell you something. I don't think I can handle that cold weather up there anymore. So God bless everybody. Have a great new year. Talk to you soon.